Hey, thanks for listening to Car Talk. Now, if you're looking for stuff to listen to that doesn't insult your intelligence, there's a great app for your phone. It's NPR One. It's got hand-curated artisanal suggestions to help you find the best from public radio and beyond, with podcasts and news. NPR One is ready when you are. That's NPR-ONE on your app store. The Tapper Brothers, we're broadcasting this week from the Hate Mail Division here at Car Talk Plaza.
You could call it that.
You could, huh?
Yeah, we get a lot of mail, as you know.
Yes.
I mean, tons.
Yes.
4 or 5 a week. And this one, the subject, you have an email you have to put in the subject.
Right.
Your show is so stupid, is the subject. Dear Sick and Sack, I am just writing to say that Car Talk is the most revolting, idiotic, pathetic, stupid excuse for a show I have ever heard. I think your show should be taken off the air. Anyone who listens to your show willingly should contact a psychiatrist immediately. I suggest you abandon your show before an angry mob shows up at your studio.
Too late.
I don't need to say that will happen. Thank you, Allison F. P.S. Why anyone would want to listen to your show is beyond me. P.P.S. Why anyone would want to be on your show is beyond me. P.P.P.S. Why anyone would have the idea for your show is beyond me. P.P.P.P.S. I think that your nicknames Click and Clack are extremely dorky. P.P.P.P.P.S. I am 11 years old and in the 6th grade. P.P.P.P.P.P.S. Have a nice day.
Really?
It's nice to know. What is it nice to know?
Well, that 11-year-olds can count that many P's.
And she did it right. I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
She probably had help from her cousin, Melissa Peterson.
Of course. I mean, the first thing that came to mind is this the next Melissa Peterson?
Yeah.
Also an 11-year-old girl. I think she was 12 when she first wrote to us. And she had as vitriolic a little note as this one.
Yeah. Except her dog hated us, too.
And her last P.S. was, and my dog hates you, too. At least Allison F. here says, have a nice day.
How can we have a nice day after so savage an attack?
I don't know.
Jeez. Well, anyway.
Wow.
I don't know if we'll be able to go on
we
today.
should respond to Allison, shouldn't we?
Have a nice day, Allison. You little brat.
You little twerp.
Anyway, if you have any more PSs to add to that, or better yet, if you have a question about your car, give us a call because we need something here to boost our spirits. We're down now.
Wow.
The number is 888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hey, guys, this is Mark. I'm calling from Groton, Connecticut.
Hi, Mark.
Groton.
What's happening?
Well, I'm calling for my fiancée. She drives a 1992 Geo Tracker, and it was running rough this fall. So I did a little tune-up on it. I replaced all the spark plugs, and that helped it run a lot better. But then around January, she was warming it up in the driveway, and one of the spark plugs just shot right out of the cylinder head.
Mark. Marky Mark.
So we put it back in, and then in February, about a month later, it happened again, all right?
Not the same one, a different one.
No, the same one, the number one cylinder in the front.
Same one.
Yep. And
pesky little number one cylinder.
Yeah. So I looked at it. I can't really see the head, the threads very well, but the spark plug isn't damaged at all. The threads are fine.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So pretty much since then, I've just been tightening it, every week.
Periodically.
Yeah, checking it, but actually it hasn't been loose again. But I'm just wondering what's going on because I don't want this to happen to her, out on the road or, at a time when it would be inconvenient,
They get nasty when that happens.
Yeah.
Well, does she know what to do if it does blow out again?
Well, yeah, I guess you would
call Mark. She knows what to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yell at Mark.
Yeah.
Here's what you do.
All right.
Go to Sears Roebuck.
Okay.
Sears, as they call it, right?
Yeah, I think it's just Sears now.
And go to the automotive tools department.
Okay.
And buy yourself a torque wrench.
Yeah. Well, my father has a torque wrench.
He's got one. You can borrow it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, you can do what we used to do to our dad, just never return
Never
it.
return it.
So I got all my tools.
Yeah, they never miss the stuff, you know?
And then what you can do is look up the torque spec, which is probably about 40 foot-pounds.
Okay.
And you can torque the thing. But is the view of this thing obstructed by something like the alternator or a hose that you can't see that number one hole as clearly as the other three?
No, actually, the one is probably the easiest to reach.
Oh.
You know? And
So he didn't cross-thread it.
yeah, no. I mean, what I do is I put the plug in the the wrench fitting there,
Right.
and I kind of jiggle it and I hand tighten it as tight as I can get it.
That's it.
And then you put the ratchet handle on.
Right.
And how much more do you tighten it?
Another eighth to a quarter turn.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Not.
You're not tightening them enough, and it's lucky for you that you haven't blown out the other ones.
Has any of them shot through the hood? That's the sign
Well, I
of
wouldn't be calling it
a
that.
real master.
No, this car is her baby, so.
Oh yeah, no,
You know.
and heretofore she had never had a problem with this, with
Well,
these plugs blowing out till you got a hold of it, right?
I think they were fused to the cylinder head before
Yeah.
I got
Yeah,
home.
I think you were just being too cautious.
Okay.
So here's what you do: you put them in and you torque them all to 40 pounds. In fact, I would recommend that you torque one of the ones that hasn't blown out to see how loose it is.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you can put your regular ratchet handle on there, and you can turn that thing until the ratchet handle starts to move. And that'll give you some idea how much you have to push on that thing to duplicate 40 foot-pounds.
Right.
Yeah, but do it soon before the other ones blow out. See
Yeah, I
you.
will.
And they will blow out.
Right.
See you, Mark.
Well, thanks a lot.
Thanks for
All
your
right,
call.
yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
1-888.
Well, that was a nice, easy one to start.
It was. 1-888-CAR TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
My name is Mary. I'm from Roscommon, Michigan.
Hi, Mary.
How are you
From
guys?
where, Michigan?
Roscommon.
Roscommon.
Yeah.
What end of Michigan are you in?
I'm in the northern part of the Lower Peninsula.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. We live right on a world-renowned trout fishing river.
So do you trout fish?
I don't. My husband does.
Why aren't women fishermen?
Well, there's
Or
some of them
fisherwomen?
that are.
There aren't many.
Oh, one of my neighbors at the Cape is Janie.
Well, I
He's
mean,
out
I
there.
know, but it's rare. I mean, it's often confused me. A lot of things confuse me. But there are some pastimes and vocations that you would think women would be interested in, and they're not.
No, it's not in the genetic code.
I think we just don't have a whole lot of time to develop hobbies.
Exactly.
That's
I'm
what I
not going to go there.
Right.
What's wrong with your car, Mary?
How many women sleep in the garage at night?
Not many of them
Not
either.
many of them either, because...
Oh,
God.
all right,
Yeah.
okay. Let's go back to cars.
Let me tell you about my Toyota 4Runner. I bought it used, and after I've driven the car for a little while and it's warmed up, I turn it off. It's got this really strange sound in the left-hand side of the engine. And it sounds like a bee that's stuck between the screen and a pane of glass. And it goes like this. Bzzz, bzzz, bzzz. And about that pace. And then as the engine cools down, the buzzing slows down and eventually stops. I took it back to the dealer where I bought it.
This happens after you shut off the
Yes.
engine?
Yes.
Oh, Mary!
I know. Well, you know what?
We're
And
back to the
Unanswerable questions.
unanswerable.
We had a streak of one going.
Okay, you took it to the dealer. Help us out. Go ahead.
Well,
We
they
need hints.
basically they kind of showed me because I opened the hood and I showed them where the noise was coming from and they could hear it. And
Oh.
they basically said they think it was part of a vacuum, something to do with a vacuum, and told me not to worry about it. But what you need to know is that I bought a Toyota from a Chevy dealership.
Oh.
So
Oh, so you brought it to the Chevy dealership.
I took it back to where I bought it.
And how many times will it do this burp, burp, burp business? About 10?
Oh, shoot, it could go for 15 to 20 minutes. After
And what's
you
the
turn-
frequency of it?
Bzzz, 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 and then
And then it
cools
slows.
down.
It decays both in frequency and amplitude.
Yes, as the engine cools.
As the engine cools, eventually it's down to...
Yeah, and then it just kind of stops. Yeah. They thought I was crazy. They thought,
Well,
this
so do
woman,
we.
this woman comes in telling me her car is buzzing. Right. So,
Does it sound metallic?
no.
And when you showed them where it was coming from, what were you pointing at? Do you have any idea?
It's a black box. I looked at it yesterday, and it doesn't have anything on it that would give me a name other than it looks like there are some tubes and some voltage that goes into it.
Right, so there are some rubber hoses that connect
Right.
to it.
Yes.
Does the car have cruise control?
Yes.
That comes in handy, you know,
No, but
especially on long trips.
I love it.
We're shooting in the dark here, Mary.
No, I'm pretty sure it is an emission control device.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it has something to do with the purge system of the evaporative emission system. Exactly what it is,
Okay.
It's a mystery.
I don't know. But
Okay.
it ought to be fairly easy to open that box.
You know, I actually looked for maybe a flip lever of some kind yesterday.
Yeah,
and
we
I
use a
can't-
hammer usually. But it does open. And what you'll find under there is a bunch of like solenoids.
Okay.
And what those solenoids are doing is they're controlling the vacuum routing of the emission system.
Okay.
God knows why the thing is doing this 20 minutes after you shut it off.
Oh, yeah.
But I would certainly take it to the Toyota dealer.
Right. And that's, the thing is that I have a distance to go to get there.
Well, you might want to call them before you go and see if they have an idea.
Okay. Yeah.
And you were hoping that we were going to give you the idea.
Well, that's because I've listened to you guys for such a long time, and you seem to be able to come up with everything.
Yeah,
And
but
my
lately our
husband-
brain cells have been
Well,
deteriorating
no,
at a very
we've
rapid
instituted
pace.
a new policy.
You have.
Yeah, we're not going to lie anymore.
Oh, darn. Sometimes those lies make us feel lots better.
So whereas we used to give an answer to everyone,
Yeah.
we developed this new policy where we're going to just say,
Well,
we
you
don't.
know,
We don't
don't
know.
know.
We really
it takes
don't know.
It takes a big person to be able to say, I don't know.
it does.
does.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll be off the air in a week, but we'll figure we'll try.
On the other hand, going back to what we said originally, if we were clever enough,
Okay.
we could have made up
You could have made up.
a brilliant answer.
Yeah, I'm
But-
sure you could have.
And don't think my brother wasn't trying.
Oh.
Well, thanks for calling, Mary. I
Hey,
think.
Thanks, you guys.
See you.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Man,
Well, it's good. We don't know. That's the new policy. 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Let's just see how it
will they
works.
pay us if we don't know anything?
We'll find out. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi, this is Howard from Ruby, Arizona.
Hi, Howard.
Ruby. Cool.
Yeah, Ruby. And where is Ruby, Arizona?
It's about 50 miles south of Tucson, down close to the United States-Mexico border.
Oh, yeah? Did you retire there, or are you an Arizonan?
He sounds like a military man. Air
Not
Force.
hardly. No, sorry, no. I'm
Really?
no. This is a ghost town. It's one that's been in the family for some years, and I go down there regularly, and that's sort of the crux of the problem I've had.
Yeah.
I have a 1974 GMC Suburban with a couple of 100,000 miles on it, I imagine. And
Great.
and I was heading down to Ruby the other day, and the brakes started getting really soft. And I checked the master cylinder I got there, and the front half was about half empty, and the front reservoir was completely empty.
No.
And I had no brake fluid with me, but I did have a couple of different fluids with me. I had water and some paint thinner, some antifreeze, and some really good 40-proof tequila.
And so you put the tequila in there.
No, he drank the tequila.
And he didn't care if he had any brakes.
Well, in the end, I remembered an old front-end loader we had on the site, and it had just enough brake fluid to about half fill that front brake reservoir, and I was able to very slowly get back to civilization and get some brake fluid, and I, sort of repaired the problem. And obviously, I carry brake fluid with me now. But what I'm curious about is if that sort of thing happens, and I have those sorts of fluids, which one, in an emergency, would have I put in?
Extra virgin olive oil is the only one I would recommend.
Jeez,
I wouldn't recommend any of the ones that you had.
Oh, okay.
And I'm a chemist.
Yeah.
Well, of all the fluids that you mentioned,
Yeah, I know what my guess is. What's yours?
we have used, I believe, denatured alcohol to flush out brake systems. So I know that is not going to eat up the seals. But in a dire
you think
emergency,
that's what paint thinner is?
no. But the tequila might.
But
be.
the tequila is. Yeah.
I certainly wouldn't recommend adding anything other than brake fluid unless you're willing to subsequently do a whole system teardown, because anything you put in there is going to contaminate the fluid. It's going to change the boiling point of it unless you can get it all out of there, and unless it doesn't do any damage to any of the other parts.
I was thinking I might have to, flush the system. Obviously, we flushed the system, but I was just trying to think of which one would do the least damage until I got back to town, so I could flush it out and put the right sort.
We're gonna go to Paul Murky in the lab. We have a laboratory.
No,
here.
we're actually going to try this on my brother's car as soon as we leave the station today.
And we're gonna do an analysis of brake fluid and all of these fluids that you described. Water would be the one you absolutely wouldn't use.
Okay.
But the other three are fair game as far as I'm concerned.
We'll let you know, Howard.
Thanks very much.
Great question.
But carry that can of brake fluid from now on, will you?
We have a lab. We have a lab at Harvard University. It's run by a guy named Jim Davis, who makes believe he teaches there, but he's never had a class. He's just there to do these experiments for us.
Right.
And so he's probably on it right now.
Indeed. We'll have a full report in a few weeks.
We'll let you know.
If he doesn't blow himself up. See you later.
I appreciate your help.
Thanks. Bye-bye. All right. Look it. I have to ask you. Did you forget last week's puzzler?
Absolutely.
Excellent. All's right with the world, then.
Remind me, what was it?
Well, it's about a problem that you never have.
Not enough alimony payments to make?
No, but close. No, having your car stolen.
Yeah, no matter how hard I try, it's still in the driveway every day.
Well, the puzzler is about a car theft, and we'll have the whole story and more of your car questions in just a minute, so please don't go anywhere.
Well, I like old cars. I like the way they feel. Sitting inside a vintage automobile. Foot on the pedal, hands on the wheel. Yeah, I like old cars. I like the way they feel.
And even though Julius Caesar clutches his chest and whispers, "Et tu, NPR," whenever he hears us say it, this is NPR.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Living Essentials, maker of 5-Hour Energy Shots. They want you to know that 5-Hour Energy Shots are made for hard-working people on the go. Whether you spend your day dropping transmissions on your chest or running around the building hiding from NPR censors, 5-Hour Energy Shots are great for groggy mornings, the post-kielbasa lunch food coma, or making it through car talk. They contain vitamins, nutrients, and caffeine, and come in a portable, easy-to-take, less than 2-ounce size. For more information, including ingredients and supplemental facts, go to 5hourenergy.com. Hi, we're back. You're listening to Car Talk with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert Brothers, and we're here to talk about cars, car repair, and, of course, the answer to last week's puzzler.
Oh.
And this was sent in by a fellow named Daniel England. And as I mentioned last week, it is historic, folkloric, and probably unrecognizable by Daniel after I obfuscated it. Anyway, Daniel writes, I'm the proud owner of a magnificent 1956 Chevrolet convertible, which I restored to perfection over the last few years.
Wow.
Last week, on a very warm summer afternoon, I decided it was the perfect day for a ride, so I took the car into town. It needed gas as the gauge was practically on empty, but I needed an ice cream, so I headed first to my favorite ice cream shop. I had a lot of trouble finding a parking space and had to park it down a side street. It was there I noticed a group of young guys standing around smoking cigarettes and eyeing my car rather covetously.
Sure.
I was a bit uneasy leaving it there, but, people often take interest in such an old and well-preserved car, so I shrugged it off and went to enjoy my ice cream. Well, the line at the ice cream shop was long, and it took me quite a while to return to my car, and when I did return, my worst fears were realized. My car was gone, as were the young little brats I had spotted. I called the police and reported the theft, and then went back and bought a quart of pistachio ice cream to drown my sorrows. About 10 minutes later, the police called me back to say they had found the car abandoned near a gas station a few miles out of town.
Yes, indeed.
I was relieved to learn that it was completely unharmed, and it seems that just before I called, the police had received a call from a young woman who was an employee at a self-service gas station. She told them that 3 young men had driven in with this beautiful old convertible. One of them came to the window and prepaid for $20 worth of gas.
Wow.
Then all three of them walked around the car several times. They opened the hood and stared at the engine compartment. Then they closed the hood and walked around the car in the other direction this time. Then they all got in the car and drove off without filling the tank. The police were at a loss to explain this unusual sequence of events, and the question is, why would anybody steal a car, pay for gas, not pump it, and then abandon the car and walk away?
And the answer is if they couldn't find where to put the gas.
Exactly.
Which you'd never in a million years figure out where it was on this car.
No, you wouldn't.
And it was on my 56 Chevy as well.
Right, it was behind the left taillight.
Behind the left taillight, exactly.
There was a little lever you had to turn, and the taillight plunked down.
And right there was the cover to the gas tank.
And other GM cars, some older Cadillacs, I think in the earlier 50s.
I didn't have any of them.
No, but they also had it, and there was, so this seemed to be like a hallmark of GM cars that they hid the gas filler, and so they did it on several models, and some actually had it behind the license plate.
That's right.
But if you didn't know where this thing was,
never,
you wouldn't find it, and that's why
it was really well.
It was clever. It was the best designed thing on the car, and that's why they walked around the car, threw up their hands, got in, and drove away. When it ran out of gas, they left it there. So who's our winner?
The winner is Linda Williams from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and for having her answer selected at random from among all the correct answers that we got. Linda gets a $26 gift certificate to the Shameless Commerce Division at CarTalk.com, with which Linda can get one of our fine. You know, when something is really junk, that's when you use the adjective fine to describe it, don't you? Is that? I mean, isn't it true?
Yeah.
Anyway, Linda, you can get one of our fine Best of Car Talk collections on CD. That's a fine product, isn't it?
Oh, yes. The finest. Anyway, we'll have a brand new puzzler coming up in the third half of the show, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Right now, if you have a question about your car, the number is 888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi, this is Charlotte from Boxborough, Mass.
Where? I know I've heard of Boxborough many times.
Yes.
And I haven't the faintest idea.
Boxborough's out by like Route 495.
Boxborough is at the junction of 495 and Route 2. It's west of Concord and Acton.
Yeah.
Oh, is it that close?
Yes, I drive into Boston all the time, which brings me to my car.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready.
What a segue.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes. Well, you've heard about divorces.
Heard about divorces?
Well, I got divorced and I lost a whole car.
Wow.
I downsized from a Chevy Suburban to a Volkswagen Cabrio convertible.
Wow. Not a bad
Not
swap.
a hardship, really.
Anyway, about a month ago, with 20,000 miles on the car, my clutch went.
Oh.
There was a burning smell. I brought it into a dealer. I won't say where. And they let me come
Acton,
in sort of...
Boxborough, Volkswagen?
No.
All right. Just a wild guess.
And charm school.
And I brought it into a dealer and told them that it was smelling terribly and that someone told me it was my clutch. Now, I will admit that I had a spell on an icy patch the weekend before and had a hard time getting my car to move on the ice.
Yeah.
How long were you stuck on this icy patch before you freed your car?
Hard to say.
Was it more
talking
than
about
a whole weekend?
We're talking about minutes, hours,
no.
weeks?
A few minutes.
Okay. Next question. Is there any other indication than the smell that there is anything wrong with your clutch?
No, nothing but smell. I brought the car into the dealer. He sent me out with a mechanic who got in the car with me in the passenger seat and said, I want to watch you drive.
Yeah.
Oh, kiss of death.
And get under pressure.
Wow.
I backed out, and within 10 seconds he said, well, I can tell that you have ruined your clutch. And made me very nervous, and of course I drove terribly then.
And then you crashed right through the showroom window. Whoops.
He brought me back in and said, she rides the clutch.
Yeah.
She's ruined her clutch. They told me that my clutch needed to be replaced at the tune of $1,000, and I had no option, and it was not covered by warranty of any kind.
Oh, I hope you didn't do it.
Well, I did. I said, well, I have no option, so I authorized it. I also talked to my ex-husband, who asked me what was going on, and I told him that it was not covered under warranty, and he yelled at me and told me that I was crazy.
That's why he's your ex-husband, right?
Yes.
And you told him to flake off. Who needs him?
No. I said, well, if I'm crazy and you're a nice guy, you'll take care of this. So.
Oh, man.
And what are you doing Saturday night?
So he proceeded to call the service department.
Oh, really?
Yes. Then I had a conversation with an ex-boyfriend who decided he wanted to get into the act and compete.
So he calls the dealership, too.
Well, they were both bombarding the dealership.
Great.
Okay. The next morning, both men called me and told me they had fixed my problem.
And the dealer was going to pay for it.
Yes. Not only did he pay for it, they handed me the keys and said, Charlotte, thank you. We never want to see you again, and your 20,000-mile checkup is totally free. Now.
Oh God! It must have been like two Cape Buffalo at the watering hole.
And of course, they both take credit for having done this for me, and I owe them both for the rest of my life.
Do you have a current boyfriend?
Nobody wants to talk to her.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
She's now dating the service manager at the dealership.
That's the driveway in Vermont.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Right.
I'm with you.
Okay. I have two questions. One, did I ruin the clutch?
We don't know.
You don't know.
I think so.
I don't. Well, I mean, there's very little evidence that you ruined the clutch.
Oh, they said it was blue. They said the color was blue.
Blue would be a bad color.
That would be bad. You may have fried the clutch. It is possible to fry the clutch in 10 minutes.
Really?
If you really, really ride it.
It's also possible to fry it over 24,000 miles if you don't know how to drive a stick shift car.
Oh, well, my ex-husband did come to my defense and told the dealership that I have driven standards for 29 years.
She's driven standard for 29 years and 25 clutches.
Okay, sir, this ends up with the second part of this. How do I do this on my own next time without sicking ex-boyfriends and ex-husbands on dealers?
That's the question?
Well, by the next time, you may have a whole new crop of ex-husbands and boyfriends. I don't think I'd be worried about it.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, but it does bring up the interesting issue that how come these guys were able to do this when you were unable to do it? Is it just because you caved in too quickly?
Yes, because I'm just new to this taking care of a car thing.
And women in general are non-confrontational. I mean, my wife and I argue about this all the time. I say, tell that guy he's a jerk and tell him you're never going to do business with him again. And she says, well, I can't do that.
Well, I think my ex-husband would tell you that I could have handled this myself if I had really...
I'm sure you could have.
I'm sure he's got intimate knowledge of that.
Well, just to be on the safe side, Charlotte, I think you should have somebody observe you under more serene conditions.
Yeah.
And really, you need to take it, if not a driving lesson, at least go out so someone could observe your action with the clutch and the gas and say to you, you're not doing this right, or you're driving perfectly okay.
I mean, have you ever fried a clutch before in 24,000 miles?
I've never fried a clutch ever.
Yeah, well, then there you go.
You roasted any? But you could be doing something wrong, or this vehicle has a self-adjusting clutch. It could have been out of adjustment from the beginning.
Well, that's what my ex-husband thinks.
There you go.
Well, it could have been, or it could be you. And the only way to know for sure is, in fact, to have another sharp look at the car to make sure that it's engaging properly, and to have someone observe you to make sure that you're doing it properly.
Okay, good. This is a definite dilemma for single women, middle-aged.
It is, but I don't think we have to worry about you too much.
Hey, Charlotte, good luck to you.
Hey, guys,
See
thanks for calling.
Good luck.
Bye.
1-888-CAR TALK or 1-888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, who's this?
This is Timothy.
Timothy.
I'm calling you from Mickey Mouse Town, Orlando, Florida.
So what's up, Tim?
Well, I got a very philosophical question, and that is, when do you know it's time to get rid of a car?
Well,
when do you finally give up?
Well, my brother is disqualified.
Is he disqualified?
categorically disqualified from participating
That's not
in
true.
this discussion because he has never known when it's time.
But I have in fact gotten rid of cars.
Not
So
willingly.
It's simply
Not willingly. Not ever willingly.
Well, that's okay, but it's another perspective.
Just to give an example, Timothy.
Okay.
My brother many years ago bought what he coined an interim car.
You called it that.
No.
I
What I called it is not repeatable. You called it an interim car.
I did. That's true.
And this was his 74 Caprice Classic convertible.
Dark blue.
Dark blue. Okay, now this was to be an interim car that he was going to keep while he was searching for his what?
Dream car.
Ideal or dream car.
Right.
But to show you how difficult a time he has, here he was, the Chevy was on its last legs.
How long did I have the Chevy?
About 8 years. The floorboards were run. The car was a death trap. All kinds of things. In fact, scientists are coming from the world over to find out what things were growing in his car. These were species that didn't exist anywhere else on the planet. He had his own ecosystem. When he finally decided to get...
What made him finally decide to get rid of it?
Well, his wife. His wife. She threatened to divorce him.
Get it out of my house!
And he couldn't afford the alimony payments.
Again.
So he decided to get rid of the car. So he can't participate in this. To know the real answer, the time to get rid of a car is when you feel the car can no longer be trusted.
Oh.
That's my
Well,
feeling.
wait a minute. That was the day after I bought it.
Well, then that's the time to get rid of it. When you feel that, gee, if I drive this car, something else is going to happen like it did last week when I drove it, and the fuel pump's going to go and the alternator's going to go. When the car, in your estimation, becomes unreliable to the extent that your repairs consist of actual repairs and not maintenance, that's the time to get rid of a car.
That's good. I like that.
But I can understand that if you buy a used car. But I bought a brand new car.
What'd you
And
buy?
I bought a Maserati bi-turbo.
Well, what
It
do
is
you
a
expect?
Great-looking car.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
it's only got 20,000 miles on it, but it is the most, I don't know how it got that many. It is a totally most undependable car in the world. Totally, I don't know. So I had left it in the garage for a couple of years, figuring maybe just leaving it alone will improve. I got so sick of it. And I took it out again this year and said, okay, this year I'm going to fix it all up. It looks good. I put $5,000 or $6,000 into fixing it up, and I now figure if I make it to the end of the driveway, it's a minor miracle.
But it is good to look at, isn't it?
It's great to look at. I mean, it's got leather interior and it's got suede roof, and they really knew how to make them appealing, but there's some sort of a revenge.
Well, my brother-in-law is in the business of restoring Maseratis, and he claims it is a wonderful car. I mean, I think it's a wonderful car if you have the tools in the trunk and you know where everything is and you just pull over to the side of the road and fix things as you go. But he claims that this is a wonderful car.
No, there are only two kinds of people that should own this car. Those like Eugene, who is fully capable of fixing anything that goes wrong with the car, anytime, anywhere.
And is always dressed for it.
And or can be.
Can be.
Carries around the jumpsuit.
The jumpsuit.
He can slip over his tuxedo.
Right.
And the other people that should own these things are people that have unlimited cash. And if you have unlimited cash, 5, 10, 15,000.
But it doesn't matter.
Will it run for the weekend? I'll spend the 10 grand to fix it up if it'll run for the weekend and get me to Bernie's place.
But see, Timothy's problem, I think, is that even if he spent the 10 grand for the weekend, he's got no assurance that it would really make it through the
He's
weekend.
going to spend it every weekend.
Absolutely true. I've spent the money. I still, as I say, if I get to the end of the driveway,
It's a miracle. Yeah.
Let me put it this way. I call AAA, and they recognize my voice.
Hey, they say, hi, Timothy. How are you?
Yeah, no, you clearly have one of those cars that was a mistake to buy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know that now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're done for. So
Time to
dump
get
it.
rid of it.
Dump
Yeah,
it.
dump
It's not worth the aggravation. It's going to make you old, and it's going to give you ulcers, and it's going to give you gray hair, and pretty soon you'll look as bad as I do.
good luck, Timothy.
Very good, guys.
Thanks for the call, Timothy.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Tommy, you've been in this cramped little studio for going on like 40 minutes now.
Yeah. Huh?
And you know what you need to do before the new puzzler?
What, a nap?
No, it's just the opposite. Some fresh air. You need to go outside, walk around the block, get some air, man.
You want me to get you a coffee, too?
Cream, no sugar. Hurry up. We only got a minute. We'll be back with the new puzzler in just a minute.
Even though radio station managers remind their staffs to move the clocks ahead during our show whenever they hear us say it, this is NPR.
Hey, thanks for listening to Car Talk. Now, every week, NPR's Pop Culture Happy Hour brings you a fun conversation about the best in movies, TV shows, books, music, and more. From breaking down the Oscars to in-depth discussions with Trevor Noah and Shonda Rhimes, you're bound to hear something that makes you happy. Unlike Car Talk, which provokes anger, denial, and grieving. That's Pop Culture Happy Hour from NPR. Find it now at npr.org/podcast and on the NPR One app. Support for Car Talk comes from LearnVest. LearnVest is an online financial advice company focused on empowering people nationwide to make smart decisions with their money. If you want to know how aggressively to pay down your student loans, LearnVest can help. If you want to know how much you should put aside for saving or contribute to your retirement account, yep, they are on it. If you're a mechanic wondering how many phony clutch jobs you'll have to sell to land that 45-foot Sea Hunter Sport fishing boat, they can help. They'll create a custom financial plan and pair you with a financial planner to help keep you on track. To see a sample plan and get a $50 credit, go to learnvest.com/car. Ha! We're back.
Don't wake me up!
You're listening to Car Talk with us, Click and Clack, the Tapper Brothers. And, of course, we're here to talk about cars, car repair. But first, the new puzzler.
Yeah, I can hardly wait.
Well, you'll maybe change your tune in a minute. You ready?
Yeah, I'm going to try to remember this one.
I think this is right up your alley.
Yeah.
Get a pencil.
Okay.
Write this series of numbers down.
Yeah.
3, 5, 4, 4, 3, 5, 5, 4.
Blank.
Blank. Exactly.
And what's the blank?
So here are the 9 numbers. 335, 443, 554. They're not grouped like that. I mean, I've read them as triplets.
Yeah.
They're just 3, 3, 5, 4, 4, 3, 5, 5, 4.
Yeah.
Blank.
Blank.
What's the blank? And why?
And why?
Well, that's the hint. So if you think you know the answer, write it on the underside of a front gate quilted Sombrella hammock with weather-resistant quick-dry fabric, plush quilted cushioning, secure 12-inch side chains, and a deluxe teak Roman arc hammock stand, and send it to Puzzler Tower, Car Talk Plaza, Box 3500, Harvard Square, Cambridge.
Our fair city.
Matt 02238.
Or you can email us your answer from cartalk.com.
Or if you have a question for us right now, we're at 888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
This is Charlie from Endwell, New York.
Endwell?
Endwell.
Where, pray tell, is Endwell? All's well that ends well?
Well, yeah, it does.
Endwell, New York. Where? Upstate,
Endwell,
I
New
guess.
York. You know where Binghamton, New York is?
We know where... Are you kidding me? Do we know where Binghamton is?
Yes, we know where Binghamton is.
Okay, well, we're about 8 miles due west of Binghamton.
Then I've probably driven right through Endwell and never even knew it.
You probably did.
Oh, my brother goes to Unadilla all the time. That's his summer residence.
My summer home is in Unadilla,
Yeah.
New
You
York.
got a pond there or what?
Yeah.
No, I own a small mansion there in Unadilla,
Nope.
and I raise cattle.
Really?
No. I had you for a second, though, didn't I?
You hook, line, and sinker, Charlie.
I hate Unadilla. I went to Unadilla only once in my life. My brother's brother-in-law actually owns a mansion in Unadilla, the log cabin. And he invited us 25 times to come and visit him. And finally, I was embarrassed that I hadn't gone. So I got in my car and I drove for 20 hours or whatever, it seemed like 20 hours, to get to this little hick town of Unadilla. And I go, and I'm not there 10 minutes when his dog takes a chunk out of my hand and I end up going to the hospital and getting stitches. So I spent the weekend there with my hand bandaged up, and that was it. That's my Unadilla and upstate New York and Binghamton experience. So, Charlie, I don't want to talk to you. I hope you never call me. Princess, that little no good. Okay. In any event,
Sore
Charlie.
loser.
Charlie, how are you?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah.
What can we do for you, Charlie?
Well, I got an '86 Toyota Corolla.
You do, okay.
Yeah, with 106, just over 106,000 miles on it.
Are they happy miles?
Yes.
Very happy.
106,000 happy miles.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Now, I got brand new brakes on the car. Front brakes in October, rear brakes in November, and in December, I started noticing a little problem. I'm driving along at a constant speed. Doesn't matter if it's 30, 50, 60, 75, whatever.
We get it. We get it. Constant.
Okay. And I get a squealing sound like you're raking your fingernails over a blackboard,
Ooh,
chalkboard.
Really?
Yeah. And I noticed by accident, no pun intended, that if I tap the brake pedal, even though my foot is still on the gas, the sound goes away. And then a little while later it comes back again.
Mm-hmm.
If I come to a complete stop, then it goes away for a long time, but eventually when I get back to a regular speed, it comes back again.
And it's
I don't know
constant.
what it is.
While you're going along at the speed, you hear this constant.
Yeah.
Just
But
like that.
It's like, stop and go driving. I can drive all day
Mm-hmm.
long, stop and go. I don't hear it once.
Yeah.
Once I get on the road and I go maybe 5-7 miles, here it comes, and I got to tap the brake, and it goes away.
Okay. And it wasn't there when immediately after they did the brake job.
No, it was like a month after the last brake job.
And the last brake job
sounds
was
like maybe it's coming from the rear, but I can't really.
Oh, that's too bad. I had a great answer for the front. Could I interest you in it coming from the front? I mean, maybe I can. Maybe we can
No. Actually, I think we can adapt your answer to the rear.
Jeez, I don't think so.
Yes,
but
well, go ahead. What was your? You give the answer for the front. I'll adapt it for the rear.
For my years of experience with Toyotas,
Okay.
and we have worked on many a Toyota.
Okay.
5.
You have a sticking caliper slide.
Exactly.
Okay, now because
Caliper what?
slide,
Okay.
SLIDE. That is the pin on which the caliper. There are two actually on which the caliper slides back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what happens is the thing gets gummed up, as I'd expect after 106,000 miles up in the woods there where you live with mud and salt and grime and everything
And the
getting.
cows.
And
yeah.
the cows.
And the
that
cows.
little dog. That no good.
Yeah, we got 3 dogs. Yeah, they gum things up too.
I got the stitches right here.
Oh, what a crybaby!
7 stitches. Look at them.
You should have heard him whimper.
7 stitches. And you know what? When she bit
We
me,
don't even worth the dog is the size of a Coke bottle.
you know what I was doing when this no good thing bit me? I was feeding her. I was giving her food. She bit the hand.
Well, you're
that
not supposed
fed
to
her.
hold the dog by the tail upside down when you feed her. That's why she bit you. Anyway, Charlie, that's what you have. You have a sticky slide or a lazy slide.
Okay, now here is the
And that's why when you step. Did I interrupt? That's why when you step on the pedal, you change everything around for a moment and you cause the noise to go away because in a sense you're freeing it up when you hit the brake pedal. Just tapping the pedal will do it. And
what exactly is making the noise?
What's making the noise is the slight pressure of the caliper against the
pad.
The pad,
right?
It's pushing the pad against
Just
the
wanted
disc.
you to make that clear so I can give my adaptation for the rear noise.
Okay. The noise is not coming from the rear.
Okay.
It may seem like it's coming from the rear. I'll tell you an experiment you can do to verify this.
And that, exactly.
The experiment you're going to do is
He's going to find out. He's going to find out when he does this experiment.
if you could tap on just the rear brakes.
You could experiment.
And you can tap on just the rear brakes by pulling up on the emergency brake handle.
Right.
Okay.
That's the equivalent of stepping on the brakes, but not the front ones. Now, if
That would
you
make
do
it go
that,
away if
that makes
the
it
rear.
go away, then it is coming from the rear.
Gotcha.
And
And
you
that's
can-
the rear brake adaptation of my brother's
And
wrong
you can
answer.
disregard everything I've been talking about for the last 22 minutes. If, on the other hand, it makes no difference, which, of course, will be the case,
Right.
then you go back to your mechanic, take it back to your mechanic, and tell him to look at the caliper slides. And you
Okay.
probably will need a new or rebuilt caliper.
Okay.
Well, happy motoring up there and end well.
Well, thank you. And enjoy Unadilla.
All right, he will.
Okay.
We'll get him back there.
Princess,
See you,
that-
Charlie.
oh,
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 1-888-CAR-TALK or 1-888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi, my name is Heather, and I'm calling from Sacramento, California. And my type of car is an 88 Honda Civic, actually a hatchback.
88 Civic?
Yes.
Hatchback.
Yes, and about a month ago, it got stolen from my driveway. And then I got it back about 4 days after it got stolen, and I noticed these white, clear spiders everywhere on my car. And so what happened was I went to the movies, I came out to my car, and there was at least 20 on the outside of my car, and I opened the car door, and there was at least 20 on the inside. And they're just little clear white spiders with these little sacs on the back. And I'm thinking...
Were they whistling? Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to work we go.
But what I found out later is they're black widow. They're baby black widow spiders.
Oh,
and they
no!
are infested in my car. They are everywhere.
Do you have an ex-husband? I mean, what a very clever thing
you
to
steal
do.
What a movie.
Oh, what
a
mystery.
Columbo mystery.
Oh, God, it's you steal the car.
You steal the car?
Who would steal an 88 Civic?
No reason. Unless
reason.
you wanted to put the larvae. Heather, you've got an enemy somewhere.
Do you have an ex anything?
No, I don't. I've never been married, and I have a current boyfriend, but he loves me.
Do you have a trust fund?
No.
Have you made out your will?
No.
I would. Black Widow. And
Black Widow.
Well, isn't it insidious that they start off white?
How did you find this out?
Okay. So I took my car to the...
How?
the
How'd you
car
get it there? You didn't get in the thing, did you?
I had to.
You got in the car? At the time, you didn't know they were Black Widows because they were what?
At the time,
White.
I didn't know because they were white. So now I go to the car wash, and I'm power spraying the engine. I'm power spraying the undercarriage, and I'm trying to get rid of them.
You can't get rid of them. Didn't you ever hear the teensy spider? They get washed out, but they come back.
I know. But no, so I did that. And when I got home, I looked underneath my car, and there was the mom. I mean, it was just the female Black Widow with her hourglass, and she was huge. And then I called it's UC Davis. It's a local university here. And I called their entomology department and asked all about Black Widows. And she says, oh, that is what you have. And I asked for suggestions. And, I mean, basically, she says they hate extreme heat and extreme cold. And I am such at a loss, and I don't know what to do.
No, they got.
Well, I know the answer.
I know too.
Set the car on fire.
Yeah, that'll work.
Man, how? But what at UC Davis did they say how they could have gotten there? I mean, are Black Widow spiders roaming the streets?
No,
Procreating at will?
My car, when I bought it, it had a blown head gasket, so it sat for 9 months prior to me buying it.
Oh, that's what it is. I mean, they've been in there.
Okay, so you know where Mommy is.
I killed her. Yeah.
You like stomped on her?
I killed her with a shovel.
You weren't worried that she was gonna run up your pant leg?
Man.
No, because
No.
I would have smacked her really hard.
I tell you, I would have thrown the keys on the front seat and walked away, and never to return.
Well, that is one disadvantage of letting your car sit for a long period of. You do that with your car, don't you, Tommy? The MG.
Sitting
sit
right
for
now.
A long period. How long has it been sitting?
I'm never going to go near it again.
Have your wife drive it.
Hon, back out the car, will you? I'll meet you at the hospital.
God.
Oh, man.
Well, if heat kills them and cold, is it they don't like cold, or is that it kills them?
The cold and high elevations they cannot live there, so that will actually kill them.
Oh, here's what you do. You enroll in AAA. You get AAA plus. Okay? And you want...
I got it.
Right? You call them up like the next day, and you tell them your car has broken down, and the repair shop is at the top of the highest mountain around.
Right. In Tibet. and could they tow it there?
And could they tow it there and leave the thing there?
That you have a Swami who's on a mountain in Tibet, and he's going to fix the car.
Because it's the wrong season now. Even the mountains aren't going to be
I know.
frozen.
Yeah.
Heat. But see, even the desert heat, even if you took the thing to Death Valley, that's an appropriate name for this thing, isn't it?
I mean,
it wouldn't be hot enough to kill them.
I know. I've tried foggers. You know, you buy the Raid foggers, and you just let them up.
Raid? Are you kidding me?
What?
No, but you don't want that in the car that you're going to then get into. The stuff is deadly poison.
I was bitten by a black widow spider once.
That explains
That
it.
explains a lot, doesn't it?
You were?
I
Where?
was, yes, when I lived in Tejas. And we did also find the nest.
Yeah.
And we hit them with a shovel.
Wow.
And I lived. Yeah. Yeah.
You did?
I was bitten by one of the children.
Oh.
Oh.
But now that you've killed the mother,
Yes.
don't you think the kids are going to be angry?
Yeah.
I'm sure they're pissed off.
And they know where you live.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you need a pro. We obviously don't know. I mean, aside from setting the car on fire, which we're pretty sure will work.
If it were my car, that's what I would do.
Well, I know that. But you can go to our website, and because we're going to get 1 million hits on this. People from all over the planet are going to be offering you advice, and whoever you trust,
Good.
you can use that person's advice.
Sounds good.
Well, this was one of the most interesting calls we've ever had.
Wow.
And the fact that you found the mother and hit her with a shovel. Don't ever hit your mother with a shovel. It makes a bad impression
on her head.
Oh, God. Anyway.
Hey, Heather, thanks for... I wish I could say thanks for calling, but I got the creepy willies now.
and he's checking his underwear right now. See you later.
So long.
You guys have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, it's happened again. You've wasted another perfectly good hour
You
listening
ain't
to
kidding.
Car Talk. Our esteemed producer is Doug the Subway Fugitive, not a slave to fashion, Bongo Boy Berman. Our associate producers are David the Calves of Belleville Green and Catherine Frau Blucher Fenolosa. Our web lackey is Doug the Old Gray Mare, assisted by Connie Bridgeford. Our engineer is John Cartman Perotti. Our theme music is by David Dog Grisman. And our technical, spiritual, and menu advisor, just back from the invitation-only Loon, Lion, and Leopard Endangered Species Mixed Grill, it's John Bugsy Loose Lips Lawler. He's taking it heavy.
How and WBUR in Boston.
And even though leprechauns pelt their radios with Lucky Charms whenever they hear us say it, this is NPR.